It's a short story about a young guy who handles things like a boss, about finding out that his girl's cheating on him. And of course, she's making him out to be like the root of all evil, but in my mind, he did things just right. Titled, Am I the Jerk for Changing All the Locks in My Apartment when my girlfriend cheated on me? Says here, I, a 23-year-old male, dated my ex, a 24-year-old female, for 5 years. We both have an apartment that is in my name. Everything has been going smoothly, or that's what I thought. That's what everybody says. Well, one day my ex and I were watching TV when suddenly my ex's phone came up with a notification. I saw someone's name on it. We will call him Tommy. My girl immediately took the phone and started typing away on it. I asked her who was that, and she said it was just her coworker. That's always the same answer, it's the coworker. I found that very suspicious, the way she got overprotective of her phone. Now, I know this wasn't enough for me to dig in, but I got interested. So when she was in the bath one day, I unlocked the phone. I guess she forgot to change the password and started looking through it. Well, they always do this when they're in the bathtub or taking a shower. Well, she wasn't lying. Tommy was just a coworker, but there was way more than that. There was a lot of suggested content within the messages. Some of the things she said, she doesn't even say to me. Well, that's how it works with Chad and Tyrone. I was more annoyed than angry with her. She did have more overtime often, but I didn't really think much about it. So then I started to plot my revenge. I took screenshots of the conversations and sent them to me. Now, obviously, she's cheating. That's what's going on here. After that, things began. When she went out, I went out to get the new locks. At the time, I was on time off. I came home and changed the locks. I also took a collection of screenshots, printed them out that I'm breaking up with you in a message, and put them in an envelope. So some people are like, isn't he overreacting? Well, no, obviously he saw things in her messages, clear as day, saying things that she wouldn't say to him, that she's cheating. Well, when she got home, she was on overtime again. He says overtime in quotes here. And she tried to put her key in, and I could hear her. After that, she banged on the door saying to let her in, and it was not funny. I put the envelope through the door and just went back to watching TV. Notice he doesn't say a word to her. Here you go. Here's the envelope. We're done. And I want to point out, he said this apartment is in his name only. Now, depending where they live, it's her residence, so there could be an issue there. But for the sake of the story, he's kicking her out. Well, after a while, she started pounding on the door and saying it wasn't funny and saying it wasn't what I thought. And please let her in. Then she got angry and said, you don't satisfy me enough, and that's the reason why, and at least he can care for me. After a lot of pounding, she left, and I got my peace and quiet. Man, this guy's just, boom, like a light switch. He's done with her. I plan on returning her stuff tomorrow to her parents' house, and I will update if anything else happens. But back to the question, am I the jerk? No, man. You're awesome. I just don't know how, after 5 years with her, you're able to switch it off just like that. Clearly, I mean, some people can say clearly you weren't in love with her, but then again, if he was smart, he wasn't in love with her. He can love her, but don't be in love with her. But some guys just switch like that. He also says, I've been seeing a lot of comments saying that it is illegal, and I don't really know the laws about this in the UK, but it is very unlikely she would sue me since the backlash would be much on her, and she's already in a not-so-good financial situation. I'll put a link to the update to know more. As for my behavior, I know it was childish, and I don't condone it, but at the time, I was with rage, and still not an excuse for me doing that, though. No, who cares? It was the place. It's your place. In your name, all that. I mean, yeah, she has residence there, but she got what she deserves. She's cheating on you. And she kind of admitted that, saying that you couldn't satisfy her. Now to his update. He says, wow, thank you all for the support. I didn't expect the post to get so popular. Well, apparently she lost her job. Oh, how'd she lose her job? When I dropped off her belongings at her parents' house, they asked me what was going on. I told them what happened, and they apologized for what she did. From what they told me, she said that I was acting all crazy, and she didn't know what was going on. Of course, she acted all sweet and innocent to Mom and Dad. I'm glad Mom and Dad believed him. As I was about to leave, I heard her voice coming from her parents asking what was going on. Then she saw me. She tried to grab onto me, saying she's so sorry, and that to please forgive her. I immediately went away from him, saying it was over and to never talk to me again. Oh, she was saying she's done with the guy. She started talking about how she lost her job and to please let her back in. Well, I was not hearing any of it. I bid her parents goodbye and went to my car. Again, she started crying on the pavement. And if I was going to be honest, I felt no remorse. This wouldn't have happened if she hadn't cheated on me. So again, he just switched it off. Well, why'd she get fired? Well, we're going to find out in a moment. On how she lost her job, I don't know. I have a friend who works in her building, so I can ask her about it, what happened. I'll update this post when I get any news, but at the moment, that is all. Now onto the update, how she lost her job. This is a series of updates here. And I love how he just so, like that, cold as ice. Got her shit out of there, left the thing, let her have the thing. Now the update, he says, hey guys, I'm back. Thanks for all the support you have shown me. This is the update to one of my previous posts. I contacted my friend who works at my ex's place, and we decided to meet up, since it's been a while. When we got to where we were meeting up, we decided to catch up before I asked her what happened. Well, here's what happened. While my friend was working, she heard a lot of noise during lunch. She went to check what was going on, and she saw my ex on her knees begging her affair partner at work to let her into the house. Tommy, the affair partner, didn't want to do it. He was blaming her for it. To my surprise, he didn't even know what they were dating. Then my ex just snapped and was throwing things around the workplace. Security took her out of the building, and she got promptly fired. Okay, this is the co-worker, so she was on her knees begging to be let in his place. I'm guessing like where he lives or something. And of course, he's banging her, and she thinks they're in a relationship. And he's like, nope. To be honest, after what I had seen of her recently, I ain't too surprised that it happened. My friend and I had a great time together, and we parted ways. When I came home, I checked my phone, and there were lots of messages there. Of course. That's why you need to block her. I forgot to block her. She was sending stuff like, if I didn't kick her out of the house, she wouldn't have lost her job. Oh, so she's blaming this guy for losing her job because even though she was cheating, it's his fault. Yeah, I had enough of this, but I didn't block her. What was I going to do? Just go on a date with my friend? Send her pictures of it just to annoy her? I'm going to ask my friend for permission first before I do all that. Well, by the next time I post, the date should already be over. I'll update this later. So the girl that he's friends with at the work with his ex, now he's going to go on a date with her. And he's going to take pictures and rub it in. And that could cause, well, that's the thing. They're no longer working together. But this guy, man, this guy's out for blood. I mean, and I got no problem with this. If some people were calling him a jerk for that, but seriously, guys, I mean, you find out your girl's cheating on you. You don't owe her an explanation. You don't need to have some big closure breakup. You just end it with her. And in this situation, which a lot of guys should do, he just literally here's the envelope, here's the proof, nothing more. And that's all you need to do. And remember, guys, they want the drama. Really, they do. But when you don't give it to them, it makes them crazy. So they got to create more drama. And I love that he packed up all her crap and dropped it off her parents' house. And she got herself fired. He didn't get her fired. But she thought the affair partner was going to make her be a boyfriend to her. That's not how Chad and Tyrone roll. So anyhow, guys, good for him. Handled like a boss. That's how you got to handle it. But it's very tough to not get worked up with your girl when she does you wrong or starts throwing a tantrum. It takes a very stoic guy to keep calm and cool and play it like a boss. Good for him.